All right, can you guys hear me? All right, let me move this over. Never know how this damn thing works. All right. All right. Hopefully everyone's doing pretty well. Yeah, I mean the markets are really doing. Yeah, the markets are not doing that great actually for Bitcoin at least. All right, all right. So again, this is like my second show, so if you guys have any questions or like me to do anything different, let me know. Sometimes I speak too fast, so just let me know. Anyways, I really wanted to go over the Bitcoin chart first today. And again, just go ahead and write any questions in the live chat if you guys have any. So let's go to BTC USD. We'll go to the interactive chart. Let's see. And it's taking me to ARC for some reason. Okay, never mind. But I want to go to Coinbase because that's, you always want to use the most voluminous exchange that your charting tool offers. So yeah, let's just take a look at this. 4-hour chart. Let's go to the daily, and then we'll go really nitty gritty. We have crossed the MACD when the 24th. That was today. Yesterday, leading into today. So we are fully in bearish mode right now. Bitcoin especially, the volume's kind of tapering off here. You don't see that bull momentum like we saw here. You see the light green. There's no more light green for the last couple of days. And if you really look at the RSI is still pretty high. So I don't see this jumping back anytime soon. But if we do go to the 4-hour, we do see that we've hit a nice cyclical pattern here on the 4-hour. And it looks like on the 4-hour in the short term, we may be bouncing back a little bit, but the MACD looks like there's no possible, there's just no possible retrieve right here. We're gonna fall down to close to 52, possibly below that. I would definitely take a look at stop lossing relatively soon, but again, the markets are pretty crazy. Like this is. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to keep going down at least to 52 and then maybe make a slight correction and then back down to 5,000. Yeah, the wave trend signals as well. There doesn't look very healthy. It looks healthy because this correction is definitely needed. If you look at our, let's go back to the daily. If you look at our parallel channel that we set about, 3 months ago, we set this parallel channel. And right now it's following this parallel channel to the dot. Anytime it goes too high, it drops back down. Anytime it goes too high, it drops back down. And we've even made parallel channels kind of coinciding with the highs and the lows here and the pathways that crosses with it. And we see, I drew this arrow maybe like a month ago that we were going to go back up once we hit this point down here. If anyone did see our earlier videos, we invested at 3,600. So, I exited it at around 56, 57. So I'm still positive right now. These downtrends didn't really hurt me too much. I told you guys yesterday that, it was going to go down there. So, and no love for Bitcoin Gold. Yeah, no, I don't think the wallets are open on Bittrex yet. And I really think, Vertcoin is just better. I was doing a lot of research on Vertcoin yesterday. Excuse me. All right. So again, if you guys want me to review any coins, just shoot it in the live chat, and I'll try to get to it. Even obscure coins that I don't know too much about, I'll go ahead and take my best shot at it. Yeah. So that's the current state of Bitcoin, and another really big, really high one I'd like to look at that I think is going to moon very soon. Very stable moon here. I do think it's going to be Ethereum. It seems like we are going to level off somewhere down here. So within the next couple of days, probably early November, we'll probably level off here. MACD looks like it's slowing down here. Once you see a drastically negative slope, slowly going to positive. Let me just show you guys what I mean by negative and positive. This is positive. Let's change the color of that to let's make it nice and green. That is a positive slope, highs over overs, and then this is I know this is just basic algebra, but you'll be surprised about how many questions we get here. And this is a negative slope. So as you see, this is a negative slope. We're looking at the blue line here, the 12-hour cross, the 12-hour short moving average. So this is a negative slope. You see how it's following this downward pattern. And a positive slope is like this. So once you see it for going from negative to positive, and I'll really show you here. Where's my paintbrush here? And then once you see that action happening, that's really your buy point right here. A lot of this is where you'll get the best price. And historically, it will show you that. Let's the hell. Okay, there you go. Sorry about that. So historically, we'll just go down the line. All right, this is going from positive to negative. What do you know? This is a high. This is going from negative to positive, just like we pictured here. Let me just bring this down over. Okay. So this is a positive slope, this is a negative slope, and this is really your buy region, that white line right there. So if we look over here back in June, this is your high. And yeah, this is your high of the day that you would have made a pretty penny if you would have sold here. And this is your low. Yeah, this is a low right here as well. This is $165. And let's look at the high again. Yeah, this is your high. So honestly, MACD is one of the best tools you could utilize to really pick your price point. And let's look at the current state of affairs right now. We're at a negative right now, and we are looking. It is slowly becoming, slowly we're going to enter this region, and this is the region you really want to look for right here. Let me zoom back out so you guys can see the price action as well here. That's a region you really want to buy at right here. We didn't see a too big of a bullish momentum, but we are still following this nice little trend line that we've set since around July. So it does look pretty healthy here. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely looking like a buy opportunity relatively soon. And we're in the daily interval, so if you really want to pinpoint, your best pricing, you want to get down to, I used to even trade into the 15 minutes because when the volatility was really high back in June and back in July, I used to trade in 15-minute intervals, and I used to day trade. I used to make maybe like 15, 20 trades a day, upwards of $15,000-$20,000 a day. So yeah, but I generally now am a long-term, not a long-term, but a short-term hodler. I do like to make a couple trades a day, but one thing I really like to tell you guys is you definitely do not want to trade out of boredom. If you're bored, go watch TV, go watch some other YouTuber, go do anything else, but don't trade. Please just don't trade. Out of boredom, I've made some of the worst trading mistakes in my entire life. I look back on it and I'm just like, why would I make that trade? Why would I do that? But, everyone, no one's perfect, right? Like, I would classify myself as a decent trader. I mean, I am up like a lot, but who isn't, in this 2017 in cryptocurrencies. But yeah, just don't trade out of boredom, guys. That's one key piece of what's going on here. What did I do? Okay. Well, my positive and negative slope. Okay, they're here. Okay. Yeah, so don't trade out of boredom, guys. So yeah, I think one key indicator that you could use is squeeze bear momentum. I like to look at the 4-hour chart just because 4 is broken down into 6 intervals, so 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So that's 24 hours total. I just like using it. it looks like we are still heading down a little bit, which is expected. We hit a sell signal in the wave trend, and we are hitting. We're going to hit that MACD cross again, no doubt about it. We are going to bounce off this trend line maybe one more time until we really like to, before we really moon, in my opinion. So yeah, just if you guys want me to review any coins, okay, yeah, I got a lot of requests. Okay, let's look at VTC. Okay, VTC, Vertcoin. Oh wait, does Vertcoin have a dollar indicator? That's what I love to see. Vertcoin does have a dollar. Wow. Okay. I will definitely use this chart from now on because I right now Bitcoin is too variable for me to really peg and do technical analysis of. So I do like to use the dollar while there's a lot of uncertainty for Bitcoin and there's a lot of price action because before the hard fork conundrum, Bitcoin didn't really used to jump up 5, 10, 15%. It used to go 1 or 2% max per day, and I don't really like pegging the dollar off of that. I don't really like pegging my analysis off that, rather. Let's see. Okay. You see it's slowing down here. This is the daily chart. This is parabolic. I would never buy. Up here. Anytime it's that parabolic, I just make it a rule of thumb not to buy. Stoichiometric, high as hell. RSI, extremely high, 77. That's pretty high, guys. Let's see. Let's go to the 12-hour just for a little bit more fine tuning. Yeah, you see we're starting to level off on the 12-hour. We'll go to the 6-hour now. Continuing to level off and even crossing the MACD, and we do see that volume drop off, and we do see the buy momentum is not there. Even though we saw some short spurts of the 6-hour interval here right before the hard fork, and we are looking at a downtrend right now, guys, for Vertcoin. Yeah, it doesn't look good. We have broken through the squeeze momentum, so we are going to be selling off here. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's draw it out here. This is the 66-day moving average. I'm sure it's going to go like this, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if we cross actually somewhere even down here as well, down at the 273 mark here. So if you did buy down here, you're still making a pretty penny, but I just wouldn't buy right now. That's just my opinion, not a financial advisor, but definitely go ahead and take a look at that, guys. Let's go look at BAT here. BAT, basic attention token, and we're gonna go over Bitcoin because it is a little bit more correlated too. So when I say correlated, let's open this up. This is the orange line here. Orange line is Bitcoin, and the regular candles are just basic attention token off of Bitcoin, and to see the price action of it. And what we really saw was that huge divergence over here at this on 10.5, where we did cross the trend here. So let's look at it the daily. I don't know why it keeps defaulting to 4-hour. Okay. Yeah. See exactly where it crossed on the 66-day average. I did make this call in the Moon Lounge to sell this off. So it didn't really affect me too much. I did sell off my large position at that at around this time. So I will be picking up soon because the MACD just crossed on the daily. What the hell is going on? Okay, MACD just crossed on the daily. Looks pretty healthy here. I think we will see a lot of price action coming up here. Definitely looks like we have broken that bearish divergence. Even there's a nice buy signal with parabolic movement in the wave trend chart. Stoichiometric even looks pretty healthy with, it looks really healthy with the 24-day moving average at around 33. So it does look like it's, there's still a lot of buyer enthusiasm that could come in here. I don't believe if the Mercury, does anyone know if the Mercury release was, if there was Mercury was released on the BAT platform? I use basic attention token right here. I don't know if you guys see this. I like to use Chrome sometimes because for YouTube purposes because It just works better with YouTube because Google, YouTube. I don't know. It just all makes cohesive sense, and sometimes bat crashes on me, but I do like it. I mean, I definitely get less significant ads. I did have to when I went over to bat, I used it for a couple months, and then I had to re-download ad blocker because I like to reboot my computer pretty much from the ground up, so like every couple months. So I did have to reinstall that. But anyways, it does look pretty healthy here, guys. Definitely a nice buy opportunity. But before we do that, we want to get even into smaller intervals, guys. So you want to make sure you're not basing everything on your daily charts. And we're gonna hide this this orange line here. Yeah, see, I'm gonna eat my own words here. It doesn't look too healthy in the short term. It is a long-term hold again, if you were to buy now, but I wouldn't buy in the short term anytime soon right now. Let's even look even shorter, 2 hours. Yeah, see, we just hit that. We're about to hit this on the 2 hour interval, so it does look like we're going to be going down a little bit before we do correct back up. It does look like we've hit that a nice little bottom trend here. I would. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad opportunity to buy if you're not going to sell it in a month or so. But let's see if we can get even finer with that 1 hour. Yeah, does look like it is. There's a short term downside here, so I wouldn't buy here for the daily. And a lot of people have been asking about is Bitcoin going lower or higher? Hey Norm, so Bitcoin is probably going to go lower. And it'll probably bounce off that 5,200 mark and jump back up and then correct down back to 5,000. But again, the hard fork is coming up again. Another hard fork, Segwit 2X. Bitcoins, I won't be talking about Bitcoins. I don't really like it. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Bitcoins, BitConnect. I won't really be talking about controversial coins like that anymore. I don't support them. I'm not invested in them. I don't suggest investing in them. And I don't suggest investing in Laser Online or Salt Lending or anything. November 16th, yep. So Segwit 2X will be going on in the mid of November or early to mid-November. I can't remember when. I'll post a block size on the Facebook group later, guys. But yeah, basic attention token. Good for the long term, not good for short term trading. Let's look at your Litecoin. I really Litecoin really jumped up yesterday and then came a little bit down, but I really think we're slowing down here. The sell volume is dropping off. If you kind of look at a rough estimate here, the sell volume is dropping off here, and the buy volume is slowly increasing. And our squeeze bear momentum does look like we do have a short-term downside, but let's look at that 4 hour interval. Yeah, we just hit a sell signal in the 4 hour interval. So I still like Litecoin long-term, but doesn't look too healthy right now. Does look like the MACD is going to cross. Yeah, it doesn't look healthy right now. But I think we will. I think we will level down somewhere around the 48 to 46 region here. I definitely don't think we'll ever be going down to 33 anytime soon, especially with no China FUD coming up. Hopefully no China FUD coming up. Yeah, so that's my assessment on Litecoin. Again, market's still trying to find their footing. Definitely not the greatest time to it is a good time to invest, actually. You want to buy on the lows, guys. I did sell out for USD Tether at about 4,800. My stop loss did hit for Bitcoin, so I'm up here a little bit. I discussed that yesterday. Bitcoin Cash I'm not touching. I won't be touching Bitcoin Cash. Ripple, not the biggest fan of Ripple, but I do hold it. I do hold about 20,000 Ripple coins, or just Ripple, I guess. Just a hedge. It always seems to do the opposite of whatever Bitcoin is doing. Stellar Neo. Let's go at Neo. Everyone's asking about Neo. Neo USD. Okay. So it really depends on what you want to use. I always suggest using Bitcoin as your peg. But since Bitcoin is jumping up 5 to 10% a day and jumping down and jumping up every day, I don't like using that. But when Bitcoin's stable, when I'm seeing those 1 to 2 to 3% ups and downs, I'll do my technical analysis of Bitcoin. But right now, I'm going to be using the dollar. And I will be using either Tether or the dollar, and I'll be using Tether today. Why not? Let's just see if there's a significant difference between this chart. We are on the daily, and let's look at the regular chart. Yep, not too much difference. So I'm going to go back to USDT Tether. Not a significant difference at all. You see, we are still in the downtrend here on the daily interval for NEO on Bittrex. And it's interesting that we only have data from August. Oh, right, because the end share split. What am I thinking? So I do like this. I'm a huge NEO holder. I stake my NEO. I got into it at $1, so I'm holding a lot of NEO. Thank God it jumped up. Everyone sold off when it jumped up to $7, and then a lot of people sold off. I just held on to it, and it dropped down to $3, and then I went to that moon mission at 15.20, and then to 50, and then I sold a lot of it at 48, and then I just recently bought back in during the small dip on September here when we did get back down to 20. So I'm holding on to a lot of NEO here. And if anyone's a NEO holder, I would really take a strong look at QTUM. I would take a really strong look at the QTUM. So me and Sam both like to, we work with a lot of ICOs, just advising them, maybe helping with their, a little bit, here and there. And we go to a lot of conferences, a lot of blockchain conferences. And one of the big things I've been seeing was, even though people are calling EOS a scam, people are bullish on EOS or, delegated proof of stake, especially like in ARC. That's why I'm really big on ARC. I really like delegated proof of stake. And another big thing they're on is QTUM. QTUM's platform, they use minimum transaction as their their staking method. So you really need to keep your computer on at all times when you want to stake this. And we're actually staking back there, and we're just sharing a laptop. And we just both put our QTUM on there. But yeah, QTUM, I would really take a look at QTUM if you do like NEO. Really good development team. But we're sitting at 28.50 at NEO right now. It is about to cross the MACD on the daily chart. It looks really healthy. Like if you wanted to buy, I would look to buy. Let's look at the short term. I don't want to keep eating my words here. All right, that doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. Hopefully it'll bounce off this line here. We hit a sell signal. Doesn't look like there's too much volume. That's just really concerning about NEO, is that there doesn't look like there's too much volume. But again, this is the USDT Tether chart. So let's go look at the Bitcoin chart here. And let's see. Yeah, it was slowing down a little bit. RSI, it's relatively okay. But NEO is one of those coins where it just kind of goes on these little moon missions here. So I don't really trade in and out of NEO too much. But actually we are hitting this nice. If you look at this squeeze bear momentum, we have a hump, we have a dump, we have a hump, we have a dump, we have a hump, and we have a dump. And it looks like we're coming onto that hump movement. And if you look at this hump movement, if you follow my line, sorry, I don't know why I'm pointing. If you're looking at my line and you're looking at the price action during this hump between October 12th and September 25th, you see there was a lot of price action between this bullish momentum. And it does look like we're about to be hitting that in the end of October, beginning of November. Hold on to your NEO, guys. I think we will be going on to another moon mission. Definitely NEO is one of my strongest coins. Let's see. Stellar, please. Okay, let's look at the Stellar charts here. And again, guys, this is my second show. I'm going to try doing this daily if you guys like it. So please like, subscribe, join our Facebook group. We have a Udemy course on, just a Udemy course in the YouTube description for only $10 a month. So check that out if you guys like. But yeah, definitely join our Facebook group. Obviously, it's completely free. We post a lot of information there. Really good discussion, 24/7. And we also like to do this show called the All Time High Show on Facebook, where me and Sam both get on. So it's pretty cool. Go check it out. Let's go back to the charts. XLM Lumens BTC. Let's look at this chart. Why am I not looking at a lot of... All right, let's look at XLM USD. That's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's a lot better. Wow. Okay. So with this movement, there's a lot of indecision, and another way you could tell about your indecision is you go ahead and look at the candles. Please work. All right. Yeah. Bullish engulfing. We hit a bullish engulfing candle here. So that means it's literally engulfing the other candles, the next two candles that it comes up against, and this is the daily interval chart. So it isn't looking too bad, but I wouldn't bank on continuing to moon unless there's another big news event like the IBM news for Stellar Lumens. So I would look to take some profit or at least set some stop losses just in case you do get burned. I will be. Let's look at So I sold off my Stellar Lumens at 4 cents. I bought them way back here. Well, this is the 6 hour. I bought them way back here, like in April, and then I sold it off at around 4.5 cents. Made a really good profit. Bought for like a tenth of a penny. It was one of the things. One of my best moves, but it was obviously a big gamble. And a lot of traders will say, only stick to the fundamentals, only stick to, solid coins. But, I'm just going to go right now, since I, am trying to advise you guys, I would say, I'm not a financial advisor at all, but I'm trying to discuss with you guys rather. I do have maybe 95% of my portfolio in these stable coins I believe in, good teams, good marketing, good PR, good legal platform, try to stay within the rules, good community outreach. And about 5% of my other portfolio is just, I'll tell you the truth, is just shit coins. Just like the worst coins you could possibly imagine. Just coins that, have... that has one commit on GitHub. And what a commit is on GitHub is, a comment or a change in the code on GitHub. And I've invested in these shit coins, 5% of my portfolio. And sometimes they work out, At first, if anyone remembered AntShares earlier, their website was absolutely terrible. I threw in $1,000 on the AntShares when I was under $1. I did the same thing with Lisk. But Lisk I had a little bit more faith in than AntShares, but look who won that, and DeHong Fei really did good work with Neo. So, so you want to be taking these risks, but make sure you're not allocating like 40% of your portfolio on an ICO or some shit, So, don't do that. It's just not smart. You don't want to lose your money. There a lot of these ICOs. If you would have just stayed into Bitcoin instead of investing into ICOs, you would have been much better off. I've invested in a lot of ICOs back in July, back in June, back in August. And if I would have just stayed into Bitcoin, I would have made a lot more money. I don't even know what I'm doing in some of these ICOs. I mean, I've gotten a lot better over the years, but I have been taking a lot of these smaller risks that could pay off. And it only takes one. It only takes one small risk to it only takes like 100xer to really counterbalance the other, 50 projects that you've invested in. But only do it with a very small chance, very small position. but it is good to take risks. This is a risky market, and one of these coins under the top 100. Let's look at some of these coins here. Like, so one of these coins down here is going to be in the top 10, top 15, top 20. Definitely not Dentacoin, but maybe Navcoin, maybe Aragon. Maybe even Zencash. I've heard a lot of good things about Zencash. Maybe AdX. So there are very good potentials down here. Like District OX. I'm in love with District OX. I love District OX. Let me just get that out here. Get that out there. Awesome project. Centra been really taking a bullet here during this whole hard fork conundrum here. Still one of the only card carriers or debit cards that you could buy in the States. Sonam, absolutely love Sonam. I actually got in there at the ICO stage. Way better than Gollum in my opinion. I just watched their 2-hour Q&A session. Definitely go take a look at Sonam. They're on Liqui, and I believe they're on Binance as well. One of my strongest hopes is for Sonam. It's for supercomputing, so exactly what Gollum does, but just their team, their marketing team, their platform, their advertising, their community is just so much stronger than Gollum's. So that's why I was a big fan of Gollum until I really ran into Sonam. It's almost in the top 100. It's a 101. So definitely go take a look at that. Not interested in Cloak. QRL, decent project. But I do like Centra and Sonam and District OX up here. Enigma, I haven't touched since their whole scandal, leaking. Token Card, good idea, poor execution. Just, where the hell is the developers? Like, I don't understand why no one's ever heard of anything from Token Card. Very, very little communication. And a lot of these ICOs don't understand is communication is key. When you look at these Twitters, these Reddits, these Bitcoin Talk forums, these Telegrams, these Slacks, like, you want to take a look at these. Like, the community outreach, how well they're communicating with the community is very important. What if there was no customer support for AT&T? I mean, I'd probably never use a cell phone again because AT&T is terrible, their customer support. But at least they have it, right? Some of these teams, like you type into their Telegram and no one gets back to you. There's 4,000 people in the Telegram and no one's getting back to you. Like, what is that? Like, some of these companies are valued at over $20-30 million. And they take away 20 to 30% of the total token sale for the team. So there's $7-8 million allocated for the team, and they don't have anyone talking on the Telegram chat, or Slack, or Reddit, or any sort of community outreach, and that's really worrying for me. And and to show a structured organization, you really want to take a look at these platforms. And a rant, guys. Sorry, sorry about the rant. But honestly, like, if you guys find a good community, a good team, make sure you tell me. Make sure you comment. Like, hey, they're really vocal. They have a good project. They have a good outlook. They're hitting their roadmap objectives. Like, make sure you tell me, guys. Because, it's impossible to know, these thousands of coins. And we're really working on a platform here. But, it is difficult. It is difficult to find out which one's good, which one's bad. Wow, Black Moon taking a beating. Anyways, let's go back to your questions, guys. District OX or Kyber? They do different things. Kyber is a decentralized exchange. District OX is a platform for market users. So it's a marketplace for cryptocurrencies. So you could really have like eBay's or Craigslist or any sort of you could have your own merchant marketplace on District OX. Stratos. Okay, Stratos is probably one of my least favorite coins. I am invested in Stratos. Just the team behind Stratos is just not doing a good enough job. I am going to look to exit soon if they do not keep it up. But just look at that, guys. Look at that daily chart. Let's go back to Neo. And I'll show you what healthy what a healthy cyclical chart looks like. That's what a healthy cyclical chart looks like. Hump, dump, hump, dump, hump, dump, hump, dump, and it'll continue doing that. Let's go look at Ethereum, guys. ETH. Hump, dump, hump, dump, hump, dump. Now let's look at Strat, guys. A lot of excitement and just nothing afterwards. So I feel bad for anyone. I feel bad for myself because I'm in Stratos. So I feel bad from you guys. But wow, that is a lot of volume. Did they come out with something? Am I missing here? Am I missing something here? That's a lot of volume for... Yeah, that's a lot of volume. I am not going to exit anytime soon. Wow, that is a lot of volume. I don't understand. What did they come out with something? Anyone know what's happening with Stratos? And yeah, Veritasium, probably the biggest scam in crypto. Well, no, BitConnect is the biggest scam in crypto. Veritasium, I wouldn't call a scam, but wow, their website, like, use WordPress, guys, you know, or use Wix, or use something visually appealing, because, you know, I don't even understand what they're trying to do. And there's a lot of YouTubers there shilling it, you know, to buy at 100. And I was like, well, I don't even know what this company does, and there's no community behind it, you know, and so definitely don't do that. So Stratos, maybe there's some news that came out, but I am holding on to it. I have set a limit order where if it gets over this this little hump right here, that I would be selling off. But I wonder. Let's just look at the Reddit Stratos platform, Reddit. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like there's much news going on here. It's still a relatively active community, 6,000 subs. So what Stratos does is, instead of Solidity, which is Ethereum, is Solidity, and Lisk is Java. Neo, you could do anything. Qtum, I don't remember. And Stratos is C#, and C# is something that Microsoft developers love to use, because, you know, that's what Microsoft is really based off of. So yeah, definitely a solid call on the Stratos. I mean, definitely wouldn't be selling anytime right now, but I would urge to set stop losses to get some of these profits, unless they really do have a better community, or they are hitting these roadmaps. But I'm going to be allocating my profits into something a little bit more stable than Stratos, because it just hasn't been making me any money. You know, as much as I love projects, they have to make me money, and that's really what it is. Stratos released the alpha version of their Breeze wallet. All right, and I'll counter with that with OMG is about to really go have their mainnet launch in Q4. So wouldn't I rather be in OMG? Absolutely. But let's look at the let's really look at the if we really want to go into Stratos, let's look at the charts here, the volume charts here, the depth charts. Yeah, it's looking like there's some nice walls here. 15 BTC there, 30 BTC there, and there's a significant wall right here at the 0.0076. Let's look at the 0.0076. What's going on there? 0.0076. Yeah, I mean, that was the bullish Harami chart right there, and the bearish engulfing. So yeah, right there, right around here, right in this bearish engulfing is where there's a massive wall. I think we could get over it. It's not too bad. Definitely, I don't think there's too much community enthusiasm about this coin, but definitely would not a bad hold. I'm definitely going to be setting my stop losses somewhere even lower than this, because I do want to keep my profits for now. But look at that. Like, we haven't hit on the 66-day moving average. This is a daily interval, guys. We haven't hit We haven't crossed for the 66-day moving average since July. Now, that's one hell of a bearish movement. That's one hell of a bearish movement. Yeah, just does not look good. That's a purple cross right there. That's a 66-day moving average. I wouldn't be too enthusiastic about this coin, but that's a lot of nice green volume. That's a lot of volume. I really hope. I'm invested in this coin. I hope for the best for this coin, but I will be exiting soon if I don't see any improvements. Which time is a good time to invest in alts, dude? Just after segment fork or the next days, weeks, anticipating the alts booms, ignoring Bitcoin 2x price? I am so hesitant. So, do you want to come in and out of the coins? Because every time I tell people this, is they kind of freak out. They say, when is the right time to invest in Bitcoin? Well, it depends on your interval. But if you are a 5-year holder like me, the best time to buy Bitcoin is now. There's never a better time than now. We all believe in Bitcoin, whether it be Bitcoin X, Bitcoin 2X, and Bitcoin X, Bitcoin regular, like 1 megabyte block sizes, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Segwit 2X. Now I'm holding all these. I'm holding my Bitcoin Cash. And there's just free money to me right now. So you definitely, if you want to trade in and out, good luck. But you definitely want to make sure you're holding on to Bitcoin at all times, because you never know what's happening. Unless there's no hard fork coming up, then you could trade in and out when there's more stability, when you do see those 2-3% gains and decreases. But right now, when you're seeing 5 to 10 to 15, like 15-20% gains and losses, it's just not sustainable, especially with the market cap at billions of dollars. There's still that uncertainty over there in China. So I definitely wouldn't be looking too optimistically there. So, yeah. Let's look at one more thing. Should I trade my Let's just look at we'll go back to the BTC price, because I think Bitcoin really teaches you a lot about what the market's really doing. We're going to turn off these candles. It's getting kind of messy here, and we'll expand this. So I definitely think we are going to be coming back to this middle trend line, and we will maybe bounce off of it. That's around that 5,000 mark. We'll probably get down to 5,200, come back, bounce, and then we'll make a decision point there. But it's always good to hold Bitcoin. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely going to be buying back. I sold maybe 30% of my Bitcoin off at that 5,800 mark. So I will be buying back relatively soon. On the daily, it looks like there's further downside. And on the short term, there also looks like there's some further downside, with reversal happening very soon. I would say within the next day or two, we will see that a slight little pump back up. But I wouldn't be surprised if we actually, it actually is looking a lot stronger. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get down to 53 and then pump back up. But you have to stay on top of this, guys. Like, what I say 2 days ago doesn't mean it's true. There's a lot of developments. You want to look at these charts every single day. Just make sure you're looking at these MACDs, these momentums, these price actions, and you want to take a look at your trend lines. Like, this is still an upward trend, guys. Like, I honestly wouldn't. Honestly, like, right now is not a bad time to buy Bitcoin. I would let it get down a little bit further, but I'm still not going to be selling off any more of my Bitcoin for the long term. Stoichiometric RSI looks pretty low on the 4-hour, and the RSI, here, it's looking 34, pretty low for the regular RSI as well. So definitely take a look at that. I won't be really going over Potcoin and Electronium. I've heard the ICO just sold out, so congrats if you got in. Qcoin, haven't heard much about that. Not as much coverage as cost. Yeah, cost I've heard a lot about. Yeah, definitely. You do want to take these risks, but you want to have a majority of your portfolio into these more stable coins. You just have, there's no price on peace of mind. And again, I won't be looking at Potcoin anytime soon. But yeah, let's look at Walton. Whoops, sorry. WTC, BTC. What's going on Binance? I mean, I've always thought the Walton coin price was a little inflated, especially because they are essentially, a pipe dream, very, very, very new coin. Let's look at this 1 hour interval. Yeah, there's really not enough data. There's really not enough data to make an accurate price depiction here. It does look, if I've heard anything, that candle right there, if you know anything, the candle right there does not look like it's any sort of natural movement. I would wait for it to drop a little bit. Even the MACD on the hourly is looking to drop a little bit. So I definitely wouldn't, sorry, I know it's a little bit hard to see. Yeah, that's the MACD right there, dropping on the 1 hour. We really don't have too much information to be doing daily charts on Walton Coin at the moment. But I definitely would wait for it to drop a little bit. But I've been wrong before, and I'm holding on to some Walton right now. I did end up buying on this last dip at around $5. So not too bad for me. I think it's at around 8 right now, so not too bad. Yeah. Won't be going over Chainlink. I'm very bullish on Kyber. I love Kyber, and I really hope that they could get their projects out, but not as bullish as I am on OMG. Let's go take a. This would be the last chart of the day, guys. Thank you for watching, by the way. Shoot this thumbs up and comment on so many coins that you want to see in the future. Tell me what I could do better, and I'll definitely do. This is my second stream. But one thing I am going to do is I'm going to pop a bottle of champagne every time Bitcoin hits a all-time high. So look out for that. So let's see. OMG, BTC. Let's go to the daily. We just hit the bottom cross. Not a lot of data that we've had, but we've hit this massive hump and then this massive dump. And now we're finally seeing some strong fundamentals coming out of this coin saying, please buy me, and I know I'm going to buy some OMG. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm going to be loading up on my OMG. A significant portion of my portfolio is going to be on OMG. Love the team. Love Vitalik's idea behind it. They already have a customer base, so they're already, just like why I liked Kin over Obsidian and Stratos, because Kin is from Kick. And Kick is already a messaging platform. So they already have that 100 million person user base that they can advertise to immediately. That's why I invested in Kin. And this is why I'm going to invest in OMG, because they already have a user base, and that's the end of it. And the MACD just crossed on the daily. Their mainnet's coming out in quarter 4. I just don't see anything but up for OMG. So definitely a buy opportunity here for me. Personally, I'm definitely going to be picking up a sizable chunk of my portfolio into OMG. But definitely diversify your portfolio, guys. This is a lot riskier move than I'm really comfortable of taking, but I'm going to do it anyways because I really do like the stability, and I do have a lot of confidence about behind this coin. So we already went through VTC, so definitely go take a look at that, guys. QuantStamp, Mercury Protocol, and Ripio Market. No. EOS. Oh, was that you about EOS? Yeah. Okay, fine. This is the last one. All right, Carlo. You got a shout out for EOS. You've been asking me all day. I don't know how I've been missing it. All right, EOS. We're gonna go. Actually, I like to look at EOS on Kraken. I do like to look at that. So there's a big scandal behind EOS right now. We're going to look at the daily interval chart here. Pretty big scandal going on with EOS that people are contributing Ether to EOS, and then the development team is taking that contribution and then buying more EOS. So it looks like there's buyers. So they're making false buyers. I definitely, I'm definitely holding on to it. It's a pipe dream, The EOS that's competing with Ether, the EOS that's competing with Neo and Qtum and Stratos and Lisk and, the countless other platforms is not going to be the same Ether. They're going to be coming out in 2018. I do love delegated proof of stake. Don't get me wrong. I do love delegated proof of stake. I love ARC. Oh, yeah, I got to go over ARC. I don't know what I'm thinking. But, oh my God, that is a massive wall. I don't know if that's accurate. Hold on. That is I don't know if that's accurate. Sometimes TradingView and, let's go. Where's Kraken? Yeah, that is a massive wall at 0.071. It's only 18 Bitcoin, but yeah, it's pretty big. I'm not too bullish on EOS right now. I would wait for a longer term than that. It's a long way away from even hitting any of their roadmap objectives or even, getting close to their contribution goals. So, people say Dan Larimer is a cheat, a lie, a steal. I like Dan Larimer. I like the BitShares platform. I'm sad to see it go, and there's a lot of conflict of interest between Bittrex and BitShares. But yeah, I don't mind Dan Larimer. I've seen him speak live. He's a very professional guy. I definitely don't think he's a scam. Yeah, okay. This is one of those coins, guys. Look at that cyclical movement. You got that bearish momentum. You got the bullish momentum, the bearish, the hump, and then the dump. And then what are we coming across, guys? We're going on another moon mission with ARC. So MACD finally crossed on the daily. This is definitely a pickup for me. Let's look at the shorter intervals right here. We're looking to come back down a little bit. But I think we'll see a rapid recovery very soon. Even on the 4-hour chart, there's a lot of uncertainty in October. So I do expect that hump. But on the daily, it does look really healthy. I love the ARC team. I love delegated proof of stake. And then another one I'm really big on is Komodo. With the Monets coming out, I really think their Monets is their ICO, their decentralized. What's going on? Wow, I don't want to go to EOS. What? All right, KMD, BTC. The forces of nature are against me. All right, let's see this. Took a massive dump here. Okay, briefly crossed. Shouldn't have crossed really. I think we've really hit our bottom here for Komodo. It does. Wow. Yeah. Let's just pull that up. Let's look at that horizontal line. Look at that trend line right there, guys. We just keep bouncing off of it. Bounce, 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 bounce. Let's look at the 4-hour intervals. I'm sure there's going to be some short downside in the short term. Yeah, we're going to be hitting some short downside, I'm sure. But I would get to as close as 0.0026 as you possibly can with buying. Shoot this a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Share it on your Facebook groups. Just this is my second video. I'd like to start doing this daily if you guys like it. Shoot me a comment if you want to see anything different or any coins that you want to see highlighted in the next video. I'll be going over some more news. We didn't really do that. I've really thought technical analysis or, seeing the price action and seeing what the market movement today was really important. So, yeah. The stream has been, pretty long, probably around an hour right now. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to join our Facebook group. Pretty good content there. I learned a lot of good things there. You know, we have a Udemy course on for $10 if you really want to learn this in depth and really learn the lingo and stuff. I was talking about whales yesterday, and I got a private message, and someone asked, "Excuse me, what was a whale?" And I was like, "A whale, you know, it's a large mammal." No, a whale is is someone who could easily buy up these walls or buy up these sell walls and buy walls. And, you know, we try to teach you guys all these little lingos, these words, the ins and outs, the technology, what's delegated proof of stake, what's proof of stake, what's proof of work, what's delayed proof of work. You know, and delayed proof of work is actually what Komodo is using. That's really an intriguing project as well if you guys want to take a look at it. Am I talking too fast? Am I talking too slow? You want to make it more concise? Just shoot me a comment. Hit that thumbs up, guys, and subscribe. And, yeah, guys, really appreciate it. And remember, stay a crypto somniac, because the rich never sleep.